Let's go to New Delhi and speak to Professor Srikanth Kondapalli from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Always good to see you, Prof. Trade data shared with the Reuters news agency shows in the first 6 months of this year, India bought about 1.75 million barrels of oil a day from Russia. Why not buy it from another source?
Well, Russia is supplying at almost 35% discount compared to the global prices. So that's pretty attractive. And what India is doing is it's trying to protect its consumers. India imports something like $190 billion of energy, mainly oil and sometimes even gas and others. So the Russian product comes at a very cheaper rate, and it subsidizes the Indian consumer due to the vagaries of the international oil prices, due to various geopolitical reasons. So the supplies at a cheaper rate and sustainable supplies. These are the two main considerations for India in regard to the purchasing from the Russians. It also, of course, imports from the Middle East, mainly Saudi Arabia and others. And so there is this concern for the consumers, number one. Number two, there is also the ideas related to pipelines and so on, which could provide for assured supplies. However, due to geopolitical reasons, for example, the TAPI, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, pipeline has not seen the light due to terrorism and other geopolitical factors. There is also the IPI, Iran, Pakistan, India pipeline. Again, there were bottlenecks for the completion of this project due to, again, geopolitical reasons. So there is the dependence on Russia has increased substantially. 46% of the Russian exports went to India last year. And so that suggests that India is over dependent on Russia. But India is trying to say that United States imports uranium and other materials from Russia. Also, the European Union imports a lot of Russian stuff, both minerals as well as the energy products. So what India is trying to say is to expose the double standards that US and European Union countries are indulging in terms of the Russian factor. So this is the key factor.
Professor, if you're the leader of the world's biggest economy, it may be quite easy to bully some smaller nations. Do you think Donald Trump can get away with bullying India and its Prime Minister, Narendra Modi? He's already said he's prepared to pay a heavy personal price to protect India's interests. And I think he may be referring to his friendship with Trump.
Adnan, the problem is there is the ground reality in India. One of the main concerns of the US, not so much about the Russian oil, but about the agricultural sector. For example, the United States want India to open up its farm products as well as milk products. And 40 to 50% of the people are dependent on agriculture. And we have had suicide deaths of those commercial crops as well as increase in prices for the milk products. So what the problem basically is, this is also an electoral problem. In addition to a human problem, that is the suicide deaths by the farmers, specifically in Telangana, Maharashtra, in Odisha, in Andhra Pradesh, these four states. And if you are mentioning about the milk products, then Rajasthan has a huge effect in terms of the higher prices that the glut will happen with the United States. India did not join the RCEP because the New Zealanders would have dumped milk products in the Indian market, wiping off the Indian farming communities. So that is the main concern. So it has a electoral consideration. It has a human security related problem. Russian oil, these are all for the global consumption. Russian, weapon systems import by India. There were some exceptions made. As you know, Turkey was penalized, but India was not. On the CATSA related military sales to India, specifically S-400.
Okay.
So when the Indian
Yeah.
side asked the United States for any supplementary, the United States has no answer for that.
Professor Kondapalli, thank you so much indeed.